everybody, today I wanted to talk about how long it usually takes for somebody to get good at salsa. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my experience and some tips that I can give you so that you can speed up your process a little bit more and make it feel smoother. Plus, a few things that you can do today to improve the quality of your social dancing and dancing in general. Any Latin dance, really. It can be salsa or bachata. I think the same concepts apply. So a very common question that I get is, how long will it take me to get good at salsa? And I think that there is something that sometimes we talk about that is called beginner hell, which is about the first 6 months. I would say the first 3 to 6 months of learning how to dance, especially for leaders, can feel very intimidating because you not only have to think about your steps, but you also have to think about your followers' footwork, timing, because you are in charge, kind of leading the patterns that you want to do, and the follower will then decide to respond. But in this case, you are, let's say, kind of in charge of leading the basic, the tempo, the flow of the dance, right? So you have to have a good enough grasp and understanding of your basics by yourself before you connect with a partner. Because if you don't even know what you're doing, how are you going to be able to lead a partner with you dancing in synchronization, right? So imagine when you're dancing, it's gonna feel something like this when you're dancing salsa on one or on two, or really any type of style, right? It has to be a sync between both partners. So if this partner doesn't know what he's doing, there's always gonna be this crash and like not in sync movement that will make it feel very awkward. So something that we highly recommend is that you take footwork classes to improve your ability to understand timing, and to improve your balance, the way you're able to step throughout a dance by yourself. The more you're able to advance in your footwork, the more it will help you feel more confident while you do your partner work. So focusing in footwork classes is very good as you begin to dance, okay? That being said, I think if you take consistently between 2 to 4 hours of classes per week, I think in about 6 months, you should be able to get out of what we call beginner hell. And you can now start to not think so much about what you're doing, but you can now have a little bit more fun with your partner, and not be thinking so much about if you're on timing, if you're off timing. Sometimes it's very hard to coordinate for us leaders what we're doing with our footwork at the same time as what we're doing with our upper half of the body, because we have to do certain moves here at the same time as we step our footwork, right? Or as we move outside the lane when we lead our partner and such. So I think that around the 6 month mark is when you're gonna start to feel a better ability to coordinate your upper half of your body, what you're doing with your hands and your arms, to what's going on in your lower half with your footwork. Definitely the first few months are going to be very awkward. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be awkward. Sometimes you're going to get bad looks from followers who, well, simply have not gone through this process themselves. So they don't understand what you're going to be going through. And that's normal. That's okay. I think it's part of it. I definitely wish when I started that maybe some followers could have a little bit more empathy, I would say. Because, of course, if they are able to dance with more advanced dancers, I think that they will definitely feel the difference if they dance with somebody that is more beginner. But the same goes for the leaders, right? If you're an advanced leader and you dance with a follower that isn't of such a high level, I think it's easier for the leaders to adjust the level of the dance to the follower so it feels comfortable. Whereas I see advanced followers sometimes getting a little bit more frustrated with lower level leads. So I think it kind of has to go both ways for everything to be a little bit more equal in that sense. Something you can do today to improve the way you social dance is make sure you're listening to the music. Listen more to the music and start reacting to the music. Okay? Try not to be thinking about the patterns that you're doing, but focus more on trying to do your basic as you're listening to the music, to the song, what's going on, what instruments you're hearing, what patterns are changing, what breaks are happening, right? The more you connect with the music, the better your partner work, social dance will feel. And something else that you can do at the same time as you're listening more to the music is focus more on connecting with your partner, on having a good time. I know in the beginning it can feel a little awkward to look at somebody in the eyes, but definitely making eye contact, smiling, making sure that the other person also knows that you're having a good time and that you're not just probably hating what you're doing right now will make the dance less uncomfortable and make it a little bit more fun. Now, something very important is that everybody will advance at different speeds. Not everybody comes into salsa classes with the same skill sets. Some people have already had experience dancing other rhythms before. Some people may have already learned a little bit of dance within their families, especially if they come from a Latin family, who most of them already dance a little bit of salsa, bachata, merengue, cumbia, as you're growing up. It's kind of what we do in our home. So it's not the same as somebody who's never danced anything in their life and they're doing it for the first time. So don't get frustrated because everybody is going through their own process. And definitely something that helped me feel motivated when I was advancing through my salsa lessons was to embrace the struggle and find it fun to have things challenge me, right? If you're looking for everything to be easy, it means you're really not growing at all, okay? So finding that joy in enduring a process of improvement where you're gonna fail a lot of times, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, and just embracing that as part of it. It's not about reaching the end goal, right? I think it's about enjoying the whole process of improvement. That is gonna help you stick out and really become an advanced dancer in the long run. Now, after this first 6 months, let's say that you get out of beginner hell, as we say sometimes. Now, there's a lot of other things that you can start to focus to improve your overall dance, right? You can focus a little bit more, learning more about musicality, learning more about body movement. That is definitely a very complex topic, so that you can also improve your upper body mobility. And now that you probably have your timing down, you have your footwork down, improving your upper body mobility is something very important to make your dance look way better. Also improving your spinning technique, learning about pachanga, cha-cha-cha, boogaloo, son, rumba, afro. I think all these little subgenres of salsa will slowly make you look like a more advanced dancer. And I think this usually happens between the year number 1 and year number 4. So this process and this time period is where you're gonna maybe see a little bit of a plateau. But as long as you keep learning and you keep always trying different things from different teachers, different topics, I think you will continue to advance more. Now, after the 4-year mark, I could say most people could be considered intermediate to advanced dancers. But it all depends, right? If you dance, for example, for just 1 hour per week, it's not the same as somebody that goes maybe twice a week, but they do 2 hours per day, right? So now they're doing, think about it, in the span of 4 years, they're gonna advance 4 times as fast as somebody that just went 1 hour per week. So I think the most important thing is definitely being consistent. The second most important thing is increasing a little bit the amount of time that you spend taking classes. And number 3, the amount of time that you spend social dancing or practicing on your own will really make the learning process a lot faster. As I think dance is something that we improve, yes, as we hear and listen teachers, but also as we practice and as we do things on our own time. Remember to subscribe if you like this content and comment down below any topic that you would like me to talk about and cover. I'll be trying to do more videos like this. We just hit 10,000 subscribers, so thank you so much. And easy, free way to support this channel is just hitting the subscribe button if you enjoy, and if you want to see more content like this, let me know, and I'll be sure to record more things like this. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.